So what's going on, guys? Box here, and welcome back to another episode of the MotoGP 21 career mode. And today we're going to be heading into the next two rounds, which will be Assen and Finland. Now I'm looking forward to Assen, but Finland not so much. Don't usually get on with that circuit. We do have a few upgrades that we can start now, although I am going to save up actually for the final upgrades, so we're going to leave them going. If you take a look at the Moto 2 standings, we are in P3, 44 points off of Remy Gardner, and Sam Lowes is just 9 points off of Remy Gardner. So we had a good time out last episode. Make sure you check it out if you have missed it. We got our first win, I believe, so make sure you go check that out. But we also didn't do too well at the German Grand Prix. So there you go, swings and roundabouts. But anyway, let's get into the Dutch Grand Prix. Here we are then, we are on the grid. We've done qualifying, we managed to get pole position. It was quite easy though. Like I said in one of my previous videos where I talked about the problems I have with this game, this is one of them. Qualifying on pole, the pace overall for the AI is a lot slower than they are in the race. So although we got pole, it could be a tricky old race. So let's see, we're going to put on a medium front, hard rear tyre combo, and that seems to be what Bezzecchi and Raul Fernandez have also done on the front row with us. So let's see what we can do. Obviously we're in a bit of a championship battle. We are third, we are still, I think it was 40 points. We're 40 points back. So we've got a little bit of work to do. Turn down the anti-wheelie for the start by a click, just see if it helps us out, and look at that, bang on, absolutely spot on there. Chuck it into turn number one then, and we lead probably for the first time from pole into the first few corners. Usually we lose out. I said first few corners. They're going to get Raul Fernandez back down this back straight. I mean, he's bolted a little bit here, hasn't he? Going to try and turn the traction control mode down. Put it into power mode 2. I'm a little bit rusty. You've noticed that there has been a few days break from career mode. I pre-recorded a whole load of career mode. I'm talking like 10 episodes before the release. And then the game released. I recorded a few more episodes. And then I had a bit of a break. So we're back now after that break. And I know that out in the last episode we did get our first win. So I need to try and carry that momentum forward. Hopefully a break from the game hasn't made us a little bit rusty. I mean, it might in the first half of this race. But we managed to get the start pretty good, didn't we? And it's just Fernandez that got the jump on us. But it's going to give us a chance to close down. If I remember back to qualifying, the second half of the lap, we were a lot quicker than the AI. The first few sectors, we were pretty much nip and tuck, and then we pulled away in the last few sectors to get pole. That's where we did it. But there seems to be a huge difference in power and fuel consumption when you use power mode 2 and 3. So power mode 3 is really powerful when compared to power mode 2. Obviously it should be, but I think it's a bit too strong. And look at the fuel already. We're saving up loads of fuel being stuck in power mode 2. So as soon as I unleash some, which I think I might do down this straight, let's see, shall we? Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with traction control mode 3. It's only if the rear tyre goes, then we'll turn the traction control up. But I'm going to put it in power mode 3 now, so you can see down this straight. Let's see if we can close down Fernandez. I'm going to leave it in power mode 3. You can see we're really chugging through the fuel, aren't we? But we've closed the gap down to about a second. It was just over a second, but we're working away at this gap. Power mode 3 going to be helping us out, especially down the back end of the circuit. Saying that, I'm under pressure from Bezzecchi behind. He seems to be going quickly right now. I think it's Remy Gardner that's leading the championship, so if Fernandez beats us, that's okay, but I do want to get another win under our belt. We are, of course, trying to secure a MotoGP ride for next season, so we need to make sure we're getting wins under our belt. If I can get a few wins on the bounce as well, that's really going to put us in good stead. But the wins need to come early on in the season rather than later. We're approaching, well, I think we are now at the midpoint in the season, so As I'm getting all across the curb there. Gap still 1.2, 39.2, 39.1. We did 39.4, 39.1 from Bezzecchi behind, so he's definitely the quickest man out on circuit at the minute. Turn the fuel mode down now, the power mode down. So with power mode 3, we weren't able to close down Fernandez really. We closed him down a little bit through that first sector. But Bezzecchi is going very quickly behind, so we're going to have to watch out for him. Front tyre's taking a beating. Look at the right hand side of the front tyre. We're 3 tenths up on this lap. But still Fernandez pulls away. And look at that, terrible corner cut there from me. Just trying out different lines, and that's just awful through there. I've lost time because of that. That really hasn't worked out. And Digi Antonio is behind us, that guy who I can never pronounce his name. Just sort of been trying to get our head down, do some decent lap times. We've been pretty consistent. Look at that, 2:39.4s. We're still bang on with that sort of time through the first part of this lap here on lap number 4. But we are over into the second half of this race now, and I'm getting a little bit out wide on the AstroTurf. You saw the rear tyre slipping out there. We lost a little bit of time because of that, although we're still under our personal best. Fernandez still gradually pulling away. The gap's now up to 1.7, so Fernandez doing a solid job. We're doing a pretty good job, and they are battling behind. Bezzecchi now in P3, and he's 6 tenths back, so they've obviously been battling. They're quicker behind, but they keep tripping over each other, which is working out for us. I'm just trying to burn through some of this excess fuel. We're only going to have 2 laps to go. Half a second back to Bezzecchi. Bezzecchi is closing us down. We could be on for our personal best lap time here. But I am struggling for front end grip, as you can see, getting out wide there. Bring it into this final chicane and struggling there with track limits. Slap on the wrist. That's our second warning. 3 tenths up though. Still not fast up of the race though. Look at these guys behind, Bezzecchi and Digi Antonio. They are right on the back of us, and there is a crash further back somewhere. I'm just trying to keep it together. The front tyre is feeling sorry for itself. A bit of a track extension. We're going to have to be careful here. We don't want to pick up a long lap penalty on the closing few laps, do we? Through turn 9. Oh, we are 1 off of a long lap penalty. Purely my mistakes. I mean, just struggling with tyre wear. The front tyre, look at the right hand edge. No wonder I'm struggling. There's absolutely nothing left to it. Should have been a hard front rear, I think, but it probably would have when I got up to temperature, probably would have stayed too cold. So let's whack it into power mode 3. We've got 1 lap to go, over a lap extra worth of fuel on board at this point in the race. So let's just keep plugging away. Jake Dixon now, our teammates into P3 behind, gets underneath of Bezzecchi right at the end. They're all going so quick behind, and I've got no tyre left, and we're dropping off the pace like mad. We're doing a Quartararo at Jerez. Dropped our pace so much. Just about got enough fuel left. Let's turn it down to power mode 2. We've only got about half a lap to go, and we're under pressure. I've just got to hit our braking points, hit our apexes, get decent exits, just hold our line, force them to go the long way around, and we should be able to hold on, hopefully. Like I say, it's front tyre that's let me down. Absolutely nothing left. There is a crash behind. Bezzecchi's throwing Jake Dixon now. We must be backing the pack up a little bit. Head for the line then. And Bezzecchi gets a decent run, but it's not enough. And I just got a random black screen there. That's reassuring. But anyway, P2, I would take that, not bad. Our pace dropped off on the last 2 laps. I think they were very high 39s. We were in the low 39s all race long. Everybody got quicker, but I just couldn't keep the pace going with the tyre. But fortunately, we were able to get P2. So it's a podium. It's another podium, which is good. We just need to see if we can get a win out at the next round, which is going to be the Finnish Grand Prix. In the championship, then, we do close down the gap to Remy Gardner. We're now at 24 points back. Sam Lowe's is 1 point off of Remy Gardner. Raul Fernandez jumps up to P4 just behind us in the championship. So it's all shuffling a little bit. We're heading in the right direction. let's see what we can do out of Finland, shall we? So look at this. We have a slight change in the proposal chance for some Moto 2 and MotoGP teams, sorry. But look at this, we have low chance with the Avintia team. Both of Avintia bikes. Also the Aprilia team and then the LCR Castrol Honda team. So we're going to need to decide where we want to go. I'm not going to put in an offer for Aprilia. I'm not going to put any offers in yet or start any negotiations, but I'm not going to go for Aprilia. We did Aprilia as our first team. We did 2 seasons on MotoGP 20 with Aprilia. First season building up the bike, second season going for championship. So this time, you know, I'm tempted by the VR46 bike or even the Castrol Honda bike, the LCR Honda Castrol team. But you know, if I had it my way, I'd love to go to the Tech 3 KTM team. That bike looks fantastic this season. Just as a first team, do a season with them. I don't think we'll get Pramac or Petronas or the Suzuki or KTM, anyone like that. So, yeah, let me know where you want me to go in the future for first teams. But we do have, obviously, options for creating our own team, but I'm not going to do that yet. So yeah, let's carry on skipping through. And next up, like I say, next week is Finland. Look how tight that is in Q1. We went fast overall by 2 thousandths over Albert Arenas. And then Balbia as well, the American, for the American racing team there. 13 thousandths back in P3, and then Buliga is almost quarter of a second back for P4 to make it through into Q2. Qualifying 2 is over then, and P17 just ahead of Albert Arenas. Not brilliant, I thought we did a better lap than that, but obviously wasn't meant to be. I can't remember what our Q1 lap time is, but I think we went slower in Q2 though, but here we go then. Time for the race. Let's see what we can do. We could do with another podium, if not a win. We did do well here last time in Moto 3, but obviously this is Moto 2, so I think, to be honest, I think I might go for a hard front, hard rear combo. I need the grip. I think the medium was staying cool at the rear, but I don't think we're going to get the tyre life out of it, so I'm going to go hard front and rear. Let's see what it does. Let's risk it. We're in not a great position, so we're going to have to risk something to get up there. Lots of mediums, a soft, quite a few hard tyres as well. So let's see what we can do. Hopefully this works out for us. Bit of a risk, but I need the tyre life. Our front tyre fell off at the end. We were lucky, really, to keep it together out at Assen last time out. But here we go then for the start of the Finnish Grand Prix anti-wheelie. Getting to turn number 1. Let's see what we can do. Oh, who was that? Was that Baldassari? Was that Buliga? I don't know who that was, but they wiped out like 3 people in one corner. So I will take that. Not bad at all. Here we go then. Power mode 3. I'm going to keep it in power mode 3 for a little bit down this straight. See if we can navigate our way up. Let's take advantage of the slow AI in a straight as the rear end's starting to lift up there. Into turn 5 then. We're under pressure from... Who is that? Who is that? Balbia. The American. Oh, whoa! Huge crash there. They almost took out Sam Lowe's, I think that was. Didn't quite catch who it was. Someone went down and they almost took Sam Lowe's with them. That would have been good for us in the championship. Where's Remy Gardner as I'm under pressure behind now? We're running deep into turn 12 there. There's a crash behind. That was Vier. I think quite a few people crashed here in Moto 3 if I remember correctly. I can't quite remember though. So let's see if I can remember correctly. But so far, hard front and rear tyres. The temperatures are looking good, so in terms of long race pace, this could work out for us if we can get the pace out of them. We've got the tyre temperature, was the first thing I was worried about. So we should have tyre life with us on our side. I mean, there isn't a harder compound to go for, so this is going to be the best technically in terms of long race pace, if we can get the lap time out of the tyre though, that is. But as long as they're within their operating window, which look how bright green they are in the bottom right, we should be on for a winner. So, well, maybe not winning the race, but if we can get to the podium, that'd be brilliant. Getting the slipstream on Balbia, I would take that. Closing down. Schrotter, Fernandez, and I presume that is Remy Gardner in P4 as the lead swapping over at the front. Our race pace is strong. I'm feeling confident. Get off the curbs. They're horrible on this game. These curbs, they're going to be the death of me. Let's look at that. Sam Lowes goes underneath for the lead of this race. Oh, they're really battling these front three. And the top 6 is very, very close here. We're losing touch a little bit with Fernandez there. He's behind us in the championship, so we don't want him to overtake us. So I need to close this gap down if I can. If these guys make mistakes, we're going to be all over the back of them. And lap number 2 then, what is the gap? 1.9, 51.2 from us. We're 2/10 off a front runner, Sam Lowes. So we're on the money here. If I can find a few more tenths, and if our tyres last for the race, ooh, as the rear's getting all out of shape there, then we could be on to close these guys down. I just need to close this gap here, and Sam Lowes is now starting to edge away at the front. So here we go. This is our opportunity. A bit of slipstream, a bit of OP straight line speed from Power Mode 3, and slow AI top end speed. Let's see if we can close them down. Not quite. We're trying our best. The brakes are awful for stopping. And who's that down? Is that Sam Lowes? It's Sam Lowes crashing out. He was pushing too hard. I mean, he was starting to edge away, but he was obviously pushing too hard. So we're into the top 6 now. We're going to join this top 5, and oh, they're all... Look at Schrotter there, trying to get underneath with Bezecchi and Ben Snyder. Jake Dixon's trying to hold on to us. We're actually going quicker on this lap, which is... Oh, there's a crash. Oh, 3 of them are out wide, and now Remy Gardner... That's giving Remy Gardner the lead of this race, which isn't ideal for us, actually. So I definitely need to close... Oh, saying that. Oh, watch out for the bikes. Oh. I had to take some evasive action there, which cost us time, but all of our rivals just, in one foul swoop, gave us the lead of this Grand Prix. I got our teammate behind us, Jake Dixon. We were lapping quicker than him, but as they were falling, I had to avoid their bikes. If I hit their bikes, you actually make contact with them, but if you hit the riders, you just ride through them. So, sounds weird, doesn't it? Aim to hit the riders. You can't really do that, but presumably that's how they keep their PEGI rating of the game down, but... there you go. With 2 laps to go, we lead and all of our rivals are crashed out. Silly AI, but I will take it for the championship. Good recovery. I just got to keep Jake Dixon at bay. The hard front and hard rear is working around here for us at Finland. Saying that, I'm a little bit wide at turn 4, slightly missing the apex. Pull it back round though. Power Mode 3 down the straight. Let's see if we can pull away. No, there's this lap and then 2 laps to go. So, can we hold on? This is the problem I have with this track. When I'm out in clear air, which is why I qualify badly here, I have absolutely no pace, and Jake Dixon has just gotten underneath of us there. And you can tell I'm down on the pace. I was even in Power Mode 3 without realising. But let's get Jake Dixon back. As soon as he hits the front, I've got someone to follow. And I can hit my marks. I just don't know this track very well. I mean, I should have learnt it from all the times we raced it last time. But maybe on a GP bike it'd be a different story. But let's see what we can do. See if we can fight our way past Jake Dixon. We've got this lap and the next lap to go. Last lap time, then we've got to try and get back through on Dixon. We sort of had to sit in behind to get a track limit warning there. I've had to turn the traction control mode to 4. I'm struggling with rear end grip. We're getting track limits all over the place. The bike's feeling a little bit... I don't know, I'm just struggling on worn tyres today. I don't know what it is. A little bit rusty. We've got to close down Dixon. Come on. We had the pace early on. They gifted us the lead. Saying that, our pace has been increasing each lap, so... Let's see if we can get Dixon here. He's around wide. He has just gone fastest, 50.9. Oh my god, we're all over the grass. Track limit warnings today. He's going to run wide there. No, he's not. He's going to take a perfect line. I've got another track limit. What? What is going on? pretty sure I'm going as fast as I've been all race long. No, a few tenths off our personal best. The crash behind. Arbolino hits the deck. Remy Gardner's in P4. This is our chance to get a win, but Jake Dixon, he's been able to break into the low 1 minute 50s, and he stole the lead. And he's going to take the win here. There's not many more opportunities. Can't do anything into the final corner unless he decks it. I've run wide there, and it's only going to be good enough for P2. Jake Dixon takes it out the park. He steals it right from underneath our nose. Fair play. 51.2. Only rider. No, not the only rider. Some 49s at the back. Wow. Trotter, Cyrene, Bezecchi right at the back. But in terms of the championship then, we're still P3, but we're closed down. We're 15 points off of Remy Gardner. Remy Gardner must have had a decent recovery in that race. Sam Lowes is 12 points off of Remy Gardner. So we're closing in right at the top end of the championship, which is where we want to be. P3, we could have got the win there. Didn't take our opportunities, and it's those wins versus podiums where we might lose out on a decent GP ride. But there you have it for today's episode. 2 solid results. I did want to win, weren't quite able to get it, but there you go. If you are new around here, get subscribed for plenty more MotoGP 21 content, and for now, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.